up and I feel like cash. Wake up and I feel like M's. My foot stays pressed on the gas. I'm glad I don't feel like them. They might just get flexed on. Got that spice like Szechuan. Can't be touched, I'm Teflon. Once I met Zac Efron. Go hard for the bros and the bros hot mine. Don't think for a sec that I won't drop on. Wanna stay for the show? Just log on to RoneDotCom. Get knocked off and we still rock on. Come to the pound, see a real top dog. Wanna stay for the show? Then just log on to RoneDotCom.
Oh my God, that had me fired up. My heart is pounding. Welcome and thank you for being here to RoneDotCom. I can't believe that we're actually doing it. It came together in a beautiful way, and I can't say how much I appreciate everybody for being here. This is going to be, this is just going to be an incredible creative journey, and I'm fired the hell up. It's going to be fire. Shout out to everybody that's all in the chat already. Shout out to everybody that subscribed before we even started anything, just blind faith, just being like, hey, we're going to be a part of this. Let's get it freaking going in the chat. Why not, dude? Why not get fired up? We're at 10,000 subscribers before we even started, which is just such a testament to the fact that people believe in me doing something without even really saying anything. I was pretty cryptic. All I said was the word world building, and it got the people going. I think that people maybe even were a little bit pissed off that I said the word world building, because no one knows what the fuck it means. But all in due time, I want to make sure that everybody knows what's going on. I'm going to take everybody through the where, what, why, and all the particulars of this show. It's not willy-nilly. I'll be honest about that. This isn't something that I just threw together at the last second. Like, there's ideas behind this. What I've been working on, so I've had this like proposal, you know what I mean? I've had like a new show format, and what I did was I got this format together, and I took it to the heads of our tech. I took it to the heads of our production. I took it to the heads of our social, and I just have been chipping away at it. And I don't know what it's exactly going to be, but it's going to be beautiful. So we'll go through exactly what it's going to be in just a second, but we'll go into the why first, okay? We're going to go into the why a little bit. First off, the why, you guys. I want to make content for people. I want to have stuff that I'm putting out for people every week, every day. And I almost feel the weight of working at Barstool. Like, I know how important it is, how lucky I am to be here, and I don't want to take it for granted. So I want to have my output be at a level that's high. So adding something is always something that's important to me. So number two, I want stuff to do. I need shit to do. I have Pat Bev podcast with Rone. I have Son of a Boy Dad podcast, but even with those 3 episodes the week between those 2 shows, that's like 3 hours of recording time, dude. That is not enough. That's not enough grind for me. I want to be out there making stuff. I'm like an Iditarod dog, dude. I need to be running, and the idle brain is the devil's playground. I need to be working. I need to be working on stuff. I need to feed the creativity. It's super important to me. Third reason, I'm about to have some big life changes, okay? I'm about to have some massive things going on in my life because my wife right now is pregnant with twins. Let's get it going in the freaking chat for some twins, Dubs, in the chat for some twins. And so I can't be traveling as much, dude. Like, for my entire life at Barstool, I have been on the road. I have been going places. I've been trying to go to different cities and make different content, making college football shows, pro football shows, college basketball shows, travel shows, food shows, where I go to different cities. And I love that. I've been able to see America. I've been able to see the world. But now, like, I'm shifting into a different gear where I'm going to need to be in New York. I'm going to need to rear children, okay? And so if I'm rearing children, I want to be close to home. This show gives me the opportunity to do that. I also think it's important to push myself creatively. Like, a lot of the shows I have, I'm just talking. This show is not going to be just talking. I promise you that. Maybe the live show on the Wednesdays is going to be just talking, but there are prongs to this, okay? There's different parts of this that you're going to see, and it's not just going to be me yakking. Obviously, I love a yak. I feel like yaks, that's something that I do. You know, I brought the yak to the table, to Barstool, but I also think that there's going to be other opportunities for me to show other types of creative juices. But I was also inspired by some people at Barstool. First off, when I saw Jerry After Dark, I was like, that's fucking awesome. Going live is awesome. Having challenges, having things that push yourself, that's awesome. I don't want to bite that, but I think that it was awesome. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, what's my version of that? Then I saw Mook do a Mook After Dark. I see how many people enjoy that, how fun that is to watch, how quickly that's growing, and I'm like, okay, that rules. That's really inspiring to me. Then I was at an event with Wallow. It was like a consulting thing, and everybody was talking, and then Wallow just started like kind of writing, and he just like slid me a paper, and he was like, dude, it's time for you to have your own thing. It's time for you to be in the driver's seat of something. And I started slapping myself on the head like Saquon Barkley. It fired me the fuck up. And I was like, hell yes, Wallow. Maybe it is time for me to have something where it's just like, it's all me. And that brings me to my next point. Ultimate accountability. I want to have this show because if it fails, it's my fault. If it sucks, it's my fault. It's all on me, dude. If this winds up being fucking buns, then I'm buns. Then you could tell me that I'm buns. And you'll be right because I tried to put something out into the world and it sucked. I need that accountability. It's so important to me to be like, it lives with me and it dies with me. But I also don't want it to die with me. And also just doing something that's live, a stream on YouTube, I want that to be, you know, different from podcasts. I don't want it to take away from the Pat Bev Show. I don't want it to take away from Son of a Boy Dad. You know what I mean? These are shows I'm so proud of. I'm so proud of Son of a Boy Dad. I'm so proud of Pat Bev. Like, I think that's such a funny show. Like, I think that, you know, that Francis and Sass, those guys are such talented creators. I'm not trying to do something that flies in the face of that. So this is completely different. This is some morning shit, okay? No you, okay? Not that type of morning. So it's going to be on Wednesday mornings, but here's another rub. New information. There's going to be another video that comes out every week. There's going to be something else that we make here that comes out every week. So it's Wednesday, and then there's going to be something else. And there's also potential we could slide it to other days. Like maybe it happens on like Tuesday or something like that. Maybe it happens if I have some bullshit to do on one day, then we're going to do it on another day. We're going to slide it over to another day. Any questions so far in chat? Any questions? I feel like you guys are just spamming Sass, which I actually love because Sass is my bro. But please, we can't wake him up. It's a couple hours until his wake time. So who is another question. If we're doing why, we did when, who. So me, RoneDotCom. The whiteboard side character. We're going to get into the whiteboard. Then we also have people behind the glass. We have Tyler behind the glass. We have Owen behind the glass. We have a deep tech team behind the glass. We got Ian back there. We got Sean Mahoney rocking some production. I think Jetski's going to be involved. I think other producers are going to be involved deep with production, and also just anybody else from the office. So we want to be including other people from the office. We want everybody to be wrapped in, and there's going to be opportunities for other people to be in videos, to be on episodes, where YouTube, maybe on some streaming platforms. So that's most of the questions that we have. And then my concerns, dude. This is going to be a vulnerable time for me. What I'm concerned about, failure, dude. I am terrified of failing. Concern for me, big time fear of failure, but here's what I have to do. I just have to do it. It's no overthinking. It's just being out here. My fear that I'm not, good enough to carry something on my own. That's a real fear of me being vulnerable. I know with a lot of stuff in Barstool, like people have like a front or a character. I'm trying to really strip that away for this and be as honest as possible. So I'm worried about that. I question my own discipline. I question my own accountability. I want to make sure that those things are high level things that I'm bringing to the table. I'm worried that it won't be interesting enough or dynamic enough, or that people could just get fucking tired of me. But regardless of all those things, I am powering through. Regardless of any of those fears, I'm stepping the fuck up and we are doing this show. So let's get into exactly what the show is here at RoneDotCom. Like I said, I have these proposals, okay? I have the proposals right here. I had the new show format. I had the subtitles, the timetable, the location, the platform, everything, okay? But this main middle part was style of the show. So I feel like easiest way for me to do it is to just read it to you as I originally proposed it to everybody in the office, okay? So, traditional streaming show, obviously. This is what we're doing right now. I'm facing the camera, we're talking with one another, and obviously communication with the chat. My brothers and sisters over here in the chat, dubs. That's why the dub hat is on. It's not for my brother Waluigi, it's for you guys in the chat. Big time dubs over there. Open to having guests. And obviously the beginning of the show, the Wednesday show, that's just going to be a fun show where we chat, we yuck it up. We talk about current event stuff. We watch some videos. It should be fun. It should be low-key. It should be energetic from my end. You don't even need to do much. Maybe just a little positive affirmation in the chat, but you don't even need to do that. You could just sit back and fucking relax. And for the beginning of this show, it's all just going to take place in this room. Now, next week, Super Bowl, I'm going to be on the road. We're still going to do the show there. But for the most part, this is the home base. Now, where the show is different, okay, we could lean forward a little bit on this. Where the show is different, that every week we will create homework for the show. Homework? I thought we were done doing homework when we freaking graduated middle school. No. So the homework is going to be other pieces of content that I make throughout the week and then kind of present either at the next show live or on the channel, or like, you know, a separate YouTube video within this channel. And that's going to be largely dictated by you guys in the chat. But it would be lazy as fuck of me if I was just like, you guys just tell me what to do and I'll like run around the city and do it. No, it's not going to be that lazy on my part. So I'm making it into 4 buckets, okay? 4 buckets is what we're doing, okay? So it's music, parties, competitions, or side quests, okay? That's our 4 buckets, all right? So side quests, music, parties, games, competitions, okay? And what kind of shit could I be talking about, okay? What kind of shit about that? That's why we have the whiteboard in here. So I'm gonna throw examples at you guys of these types of things just to kind of get it percolating in your brain. All right, just to kind of let it flesh out a little bit in your brain so you can start participating, so you can start suggesting, so you can start being like, okay, these are the kinds of things that I want to do, that I want to see more of. So let's start off with side quests, okay? Let me wipe this down. Let's pull this in a little bit so it's on camera. And where are we starting? Down here? Side quests. Side quests. Okay, so we already have one of these filmed. Last week we went out and we tried every crumble cookie in the city. We went through all of Manhattan, went to every crumble location. We tried every single crumble cookie in the entire city. That video's already coming out. We didn't want to wait for you guys to be ready for this. We want it to be ready for you. So we're launching into it. Crumble cookies already. Crumble. That's already a side quest. That's already done. Another example of a side quest, I had a video where I went to Chinatown. Can we even play that video? This will be a good test to see if we can pull up videos. So I went to Chinatown, and they were playing a weird card game. I got to the bottom of it. It was a side quest. Can we see if we could play that? Just a little Chinatown type vibe. Here we go. Infiltrating Chinatown's mysterious card game.
Every day when I'm biking around in Chinatown, I've seen curious clusters in the yard playing a card game. They're literally everywhere. Circles of Chinese folk slapping down cards, hundreds of them all day, every day. I asked a local what they were playing.
Brother, what's the game? Huh? I don't know. Go fish?
Eventually, I learned the game was Guangdong, a team-oriented game where it looked like half the fun was how hard you slapped down the card. Look at these spade-slapping savants. Slap force like a trapdoor. But it gets deeper. Apparently, Guangdong is falling out of favor in the motherland because the government officials say the game has gotten so popular that it's robbing the good people of their ambitions. All people want to do is slap Guangdong all day. They think this card game is literally creating cliques and eroding the society. But the people are fighting back because they literally can't get enough of that sweet Guangdong. Whoosh! Yeah.
Hell yeah, stuff like that, okay? Shit like that. But I'm already seeing chat being like, no more food reviews. And see, that's fine. That's why I need you guys right here. No more food. Talk about the Guna side. I don't even know what the Guna side is. I assume that it's for my brothers and sisters who are in there in the pit, just gooning away. Best cheesecake in the city for Diddy. I mean, that could be part of it too. Exploring NYC neighborhoods and cultural spots is a great idea. That's part of what I want to do. Like, the backdrop of New York City is ripe for me. Somebody who does a great job of that at Barstool is Large. Him going from place to place, trying different foods, that's cool as shit. So, like, finding something that I could collaborate with on him, you know what I mean? Doing stuff like that will be fire. Train to Kensington and buy some dope. See, that's the kind of stuff I'm into. That kind of stuff is fire. Going down to Kensington, trying, maybe using, you know what I mean? Something like that. So that's one. The Chinatown type of vibe. Like, another one, I will go with Large to Chinatown. We wait in line in Chinatown so you don't have to. Maybe we find the best dollar slice in the city. We go everywhere in the city to find the best dollar slice. There's something to be said, and I don't know what it is yet. With I don't know if you guys have seen this in New York. There's 4'10", these very sweet 4'10" Mexican ladies that make lunches every day, and they sell them out of igloo coolers. And I don't know what the thing is to do with these very, very sweet Mexican ladies that we have out there on the corners. But maybe we're buying lunches and giving them to the homeless. I don't know. I'm not sure. I need elbow on that one. You know what I mean? I need a little bit of twist. Times Square rap CD reviews. See, that's fire. And maybe like I collab Square rap review. See, that's fire. Stuff like that is fire. You can be like old Vice when it was good. That's interesting. I feel like a lot of people in media were always like, oh, this is going to be like the new Vice. I'm not trying to be Vice. I'm not trying to be something within Barstool. I'm trying to do something that's completely new. Like, the fruit ladies are fire, someone just said. The ladies who are always sprinkling the tahini on the mango. There has to be something fruitful that we could do with them content-wise. But, dubs for you guys and all that stuff. So that's the side quest, okay? Towards the end of the show, we're going to figure out which one of these we're going to dive into next. But let's do a little bit of explaining on the music side, okay? So, music side, all right? Writing down music. So, first one, like, speed running a song in the style of someone. This is another one we have loaded. I have a song in the style of Ed Sheeran that I don't think Ed Sheeran wants out, dude. Let me say that again. I have an Ed Sheeran type of song that I don't think Ed Sheeran wants to get out into the world because it would completely put him on notice. I think people would open their eyes to Ed Sheeran about who he really is. So, music, speedrun song. Speedrun genre, as my boy Alex Trebek would say. Another one, this is one Jet Ski chefed up. He was like, a battle rapper comes into the office, we make a diss track of, the chat's choosing. You guys come through and figure something out. So, battle rapper in office diss. Love that. Okay. This is another one we're definitely doing. Themed karaoke nights. So this is an idea that I've been working on for pop punk for like 6 months, and it's taken so long to get off the ground, so I want to get the ball rolling in here. And it's Barstool karaoke. And originally the idea with pop punk is having everybody in the building and we're playing live and everybody's rocking out. But why not just do it in here? You know what I mean? If we have country night in here and we have a bunch of people in here singing and we have like a Japanese bartender making sake drinks, making yuzu martinis or something like that, that sounds fun to me. That sounds nice. Then that's a pop-out video. We could even pop it on a live stream. That's something else that's populating the channel, and it's just fun. Dude, it's just karaoke night. And that's just vibey. Like, if it's country night, you don't think that we're having a good-ass time at country night with 10-gallon hats in a spittoon, spitting in a spittoon or some shit, playing the old Rowdy Yates? That sounds fun to me. That sounds like a blast. What else do we have here in music? We got, okay, so this is where it plays into the incentive structure, okay? At certain incentive numbers, as far as subscribers, I'm doing diss tracks. At 25,000 subscribers, you guys are getting a diss track. At 50,000, you're getting a diss track. 75, you're getting a diss track. 100,000, you guys are getting a diss track, and you choose who I diss. Okay? I could give you options because I don't want to put all that onus on you. I don't want to put that burden on you. I'll give you options of who I diss. And then at 250,000, if we ever get there, God willing, we're doing On the Gaydar. You know, On the Radar raps, we're going to do a On the Gaydar rap. We're going to chef up the gayest rap that you've ever heard in your life. Rest in peace to Pat Stay, my brother. Gay pride. So there's incentives. 25, 50, 75, 100, diss. 250, On the Gaydar. On the Gaydar. Some fire gay shit, okay? And then maybe regular size desk concerts, like tiny desk, but like you're kind of bumping in live music performance, desk concert. This was one. It doesn't even make sense, but it says all be Franks. So I guess that's teaching my fat brothers to sing 4-part Sinatra harmony. Frank Sinatra, so all beef Franks, okay. I wrote it down. I came up with it. It has to be good. All beef Franks. Good. And then nicest. I also think that this can be a home for the nicest. I think that we can build the nicest through this show. The nicest is a compliment rap battle thing that I do. I think that we can build the nicest through this show. I think that we can host the nicest on this channel. I think that it's a nice landing spot because, you know, all things Rone, RoneDotCom, World of Rone. So talk to me about music. Talk to me about music. Let me know what we have about music, because I think that, 250K El Pres diss? Bro, I think it's possible we could get to the El Pres diss before that. I think Dave can get dissed. I don't think we have to wait till 250K. I think that it's available to do. I think that could be one of them SaaS wake-up calls. TRT cycle? Bro, I need it, honestly. I wouldn't mind a little TRT. And I'll tell you why. My barista is transitioning right now, and I've watched them go to having better facial hair than me over the course of just a couple months. I watched it happen in real time. So maybe it's time for me to get a little TRT. You know what I mean? Beef up the beard a little bit. It's demoralizing when the person who's handing you their coffee used to have a higher register. Now they have a lower register than you, okay? Maybe a little TRT in the latte is all I ask for my good friends over there. Anus rap song review? That could be. That's so nice of them. We're definitely going to get to some anus stuff. Okay, let's get into parties/games. 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 First one, this is something we're going to film at the Super Bowl, okay? Warm ones. Warm ones. Like the show Hot Ones, but with warm beers, okay? Piping hot beers, like sitting in the sun, beyond room temperature beers, warm ones, interview series. We're going to do one at the Super Bowl. I'm not sure who with. Maybe with my brothers from Bussin' with the Boys. This is my first foray into asking them. But before we send those brothers off to their next contract, gambling opportunity, whatever they're doing, maybe we just get one in with those brothers. Warm ones. Warmones, as they say in the Italian community. Secret Portnoy party. Secret Portnoy. So there's a game. I call, or I've played before, called Secret Hitler. And I've seen a lot of people online calling Dave Portnoy Hitler. So why not just combine the two? Secret Portnoy. It's like Secret Hitler, but it's more Portnoy. And it's just... It's those kind of games that are like, that shit is fun. That stuff is fun. I see them playing Werewolf out in Chicago. That shit is a blast, okay? So like wavelength code names, Jackbox shit. That shit is fun. That shit seems fun to me. So that's at least going on the board, okay? That's at least going to go on the board. King of the Hill drinking game party. Like a drinking game party. We're all in here. If someone plays a drinking game, the loser is out. And you keep on going until someone's the king of the hill. Like... We have a joke job. I feel like people don't recognize this, that Barstool's a joke job. Like, we could come in here and we could get boozed up in the middle of the day, and not only is nobody's in charge, nobody's going to say anything about it, but you could even be like, oh, no, this is content. I'm actually working on content right now. So if I pull up to a King of the Hill drinking game party, that's just content. That's just me working on my job, King of the Hill. And then this is another one. This one's way more ambitious. Trolley problem. Trolley problem party, okay? Trolley problem party. And thank you guys for bearing with me. I know that there's a lot of just a lot of gabbing right now, but I need to set the table. It's important that this list is up here so we know what we're pulling from. Trolley problem party is like every certain amount of minutes, the host chooses like 3 to 5 people and a decision maker. If the decision maker doesn't kick a person out, those 3 to 5 victims get kicked out of the party instead. That's something we could do at the office. Have a bunch of people here filming it. There's game. There's strategy involved. It's a party, but it's still fun. Just shit like that, basically. So that's where we're at, like parties like that. I need more suggestions and stuff like that, but I think that stuff can be and will be very fun. What do we think, chat? Talk to me real quick. Cup match in Bermuda, play crown and anchor, okay. Conversion therapy for fights. I don't think he needs it. War Mode Wednesday. Shout out to those brothers at Break a World Record is tough, because I know those folks at Guinness. They're so quick to take stuff down off of any platform. They're nasty over there. Delicious beers. Maybe we have one of their beers. Maybe that's as close as we get to Guinness. Do a game show where Jeff has to be the contestant. That's interesting. That's interesting. We never get to see Jeff as a contestant. That would be fun. They say JoJo, and Joe show. Ooh, it's so interesting that you bring that up. So, a little bit of lore on what we're doing right now. First, this show is going to be called Wednesday, Friday, and it was going to be about the end of the beginning of the week. How it's such a celebration to be done with the beginning of the week. But then we were like, do we want it to be on Wednesdays only? That kind of pigeonholes us to a day. And then the next step was like, is this the Jojo and Joe show? Is this right here the Jojo and Joe show? It might be, but do people even know that? Is that too deep in lore? You know, I feel like there's stuff that I did early on at Barstool. Like, I'm in my 9th year at Barstool right now that people might not know. People might not have been born yet, dude. There might be 8-year-olds in chat, dude. Throw up the 8s in the chat if you're 8 for real, because it doesn't. You know, I don't know if people know This Week. I don't know if people know the Jojo and Joe show. So I want to make stuff that's novel, that's fresh, but still kind of borrows from those classic ideas. And so let's get into our last bucket, competitions, okay? Competitions. Bro, I have chicken scratch and I can't spell. But the first one, and I've already got the green light from a lot of people at Barstool to do it. Barstool versus a women's basketball team. And I want the women's basketball team to be good. I damn near want it to be WNBA. I damn near want it to be at least Division I college basketball, women's basketball team against the dudes at Barstool, just because you never know what's going to happen. Battle of the sexes type shit. I think that there's women hoopers out there, and I don't think people give them the credit until we see them go against Marty Mush and John Rich. Shout out to John Rich, by the way. In the office, first one in the office grinding, tip of the cap to John Rich. But we don't know what it looks like when Sabrina Ionescu goes up against Hubs. We don't know what Caitlin Clark looks like going against Dana Beers. That shit is interesting, but I'm going to need your guys' help with this. Like, how do we source a women's basketball team? You know, how do we where are they? Where's the women's basketball team? I think we could find them, but I don't know exactly where we find them. Another one, the Great British Steak Off. Okay, so what basketball? Steak Off. Everybody at this fucking company is always talking about how good they are at cooking steaks. Let's put it to the test. The Great British Steak Off. I'm Paul Hollywood with my steely blue eyes. I'm walking through it. I'm saying, oh, this steak tastes good. This steak tastes bad. Is this a design for me to just be able to taste steaks? Maybe a little bit. But the steaks might suck because the people in here have almost no expertise in anything. The people in here aren't necessarily good at anything, and then they'll try and throw a steak online. It usually sucks. So I might be eating baseball gloves at the Great Steak Off. Here's another one, basketball related. One-on-one basketball tournament within Barstool. 2-1. 2-1. Who's ever done the basketball tournament 2-1? First point wins. Sudden death basketball tournament. I feel like anybody could win that. You just chuck up a shot. Maybe Tommy Smokes wins it. You know what I mean? Maybe Frank the Tank wins it if he's just chucking up a shot 1-on-1 to 1. And really the most important thing is figuring out who is getting the ball first. Basically, that's what it comes down to. So 1v1 to 1. Does it make sense? Probably not. Here's another one. Chris Clemmer's Rat Race. We just take that show. We just take that show from him, and we do it. Chris Clemmer's Rat Race. Presented by Rone. Rone's Chris Clemmer's Rat Race. RoneDotCom's Rone's Chris Clemmer's Rat Race. And what can he do about it? It's a pirate ship. That's what pirates do, okay? They take shit, especially from other pirates. Chris. I see. So the next one I have on here is... it doesn't make sense to me. I need your help figuring out this. All it says in my notes is human versus laser. Human versus laser. I don't know what that necessarily could be, human versus laser, but I'm going to write it down. We're going to find out what human versus that's one of my top priorities, is to do human versus laser. Human versus laser. That shit's interesting to me. And then the last one, it says 24 hours in U-Haul. I don't know how that's really a competition, but I'll write it down as well. So, buckets. And we're going to go from one bucket to another bucket. So every week there's going to be something coming out of one of these buckets. Everything is going to, we're going to be pivoting from one to another. Party game, side quest, music, competition. Music, side quest, party game, competition. We're going to be bouncing back and forth. Dunk contest on a 7-foot rim. Okay, let's take it to the chat. Let's take it to the chat. Where are we at right now, everybody? What do we think about what we have? Of the ideas, what's popping out to you? Human versus laser. I'm saying human versus laser has legs, dude. Barstool dunk contest on 7-foot rim. I'll write it down. I will write it down. I worry that people can't jump here, dude. I think that there's a decent percentage of people at Barstool who cannot jump. I'm not saying who can't dunk, who can't jump. Like, I don't think that you could slide a Nancy Drew book under most of these people's feet when and I've seen, especially Frank the Tank, try to jump. And he might be jumping now with the work Jenks has. Shout out to Jenks, shout out to Barstool Fitness. I don't know if it's ready. Ebony versus Sass, rough and rowdy. I don't think that's happening. Smoke off with Gilly. That's interesting. 24 hours of Sass. Undercover Sass. Rat versus Rat. This stuff is interesting. Human Centipede. See, Times Square rap reviews, I feel like that's goated. That's very interesting. Rone interview high school teachers. How do you teach these? Oh, how do you reach these kids? Bro, what I really got to do is sit backwards in the chair, find out how we reach these kids. Layup contest makes it sick. Layup contest makes it interesting. I'll throw layup question mark. Question mark. Use a space laser. Hot box with Gilly. Yeah, see, I don't know how much we could smoke on stream. That's why I was interested. Is it like, are we going, is there a world where we go to Twitch? They're pretty strict over at Twitch. Is there a world where we go to Kick? Kick, I see people with the full-on gas mask smoking. Kick, I see people throwing the rule book out the window. So that is interesting to me, to go to a more traditional streaming platform where it could grow. But, you know, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what we're going to be able to do as far as like naughty stuff. But I mean, smoking isn't that naughty at this point in the world. Ebony and Sparky segments, goes without saying. Hold sass underwater. Okay, love that. Rumble, 4 mics trivia show. I like this. I mean, we just had the biggest meeting of the mics ever at a wedding that I was just at. My friend Mike was getting married, and I am rich with mics right now. I have many mics out in the world. Party game Spyfall. I'm writing that down. I don't know what it is. Spyfall. It has James Bond vibes to it. And if we're doing games, like, this is the kind of thing that we have to make this set look good. If we're doing games, we have to make us look good. If we're doing the karaoke thing, we're dressing up. We're looking sick. We want to look good. We want to look fucking incredible. Silent Library, okay? Create song contests. This is the kind of shit that I like. Prank week. I've lived this life. Okay, this is stuff that I've done in my life. Shout out Travi walking in. Barstool lookalike contest. That's another, I mean, so we have stuff that's kind of like that in the works. It's more like size. I guess I'll just do that video and just put it out. It'll be tough to explain. Should I say what that full video is, or just... Sure, okay. So it's like, I get everybody's measurements at Barstool and then find out what the analogous athlete is. Somebody finds this out. Then someone tells me the athlete, and then I guess who it is. So, like, for example, Trump, Derrick Henry, both 6'3", 245. If someone was like, which presidential candidate is 6'3", 245, bam, I'm saying that person. You know, if I'm looking at Nick, he's, you know, 6 foot 170. And they're like, okay, Devontae Smith, who has the same measurements. I'm like, oh, Nick has the same measurements as Devontae Smith. I don't know. Am I doing a good job of explaining it? Maybe not. But you just watch the video when it comes out. It'll be fun. A KB 555 challenge. I don't know what that is. SNL type musical performances. That would be sick. I think that's almost like the desk thing. Like if someone could come in here unplugged or semi-plugged, human conductor, using energy from the hands. Like, who is that? What Dominican baseball player said he jumped a car using his hands only? Iranian Rone. Okay, so this is where we're at with what we have, okay? We have all this stuff. We're going to start chipping away at it. If you want to spam, you can spam. If there's stuff that you're like, okay, we need to see this, I'm into it. We're going to keep on looking into it. And we're going to find more videos to do. Luckily, the ball is rolling. Like I said, we're going to have the crumble cookie, every crumble cookie in the city ranked. We're going to have that out this week. We're going to have the song that's going to make Ed Sheeran furious coming soon. We're going to have warm ones. It doesn't matter. At the Super Bowl, we're filming a warm ones, okay? We're going to film that. The ball is rolling, but I just want you guys to know that there's a bunch of shit in here that we're going to be working on, and we'll figure out the homework a little bit towards the end of what we're doing today. Dude, I knew I was spilling the coffee. I told you I was going to spill the coffee. I said, I'm going to plan to spill 2 coffees. It's already spilled on the ground right here. I knew that there was no chance that I was coming in here and I wasn't spilling a coffee. That's vim. That's vigor. Okay? That's two of the big V's, okay? I got 2 of them on my chat. That's what. This isn't a W. That's 2 V's. That's for vim and vigor. That's why I'm spilling a coffee. I'm just going that hard. I can't be contained at this point. And I love it. You don't even have to. I think just let it seep in, Owen. I think we just let it seep into Shaq. There we go. Sass part-time, please. Classic. Oh, Dominican baseball player. The whole time it's Kevin Gates. It was Kevin Gates. Dude, but doesn't Kevin Gates kind of give you Dominican baseball player a little bit? Like, if you just saw Kevin Gates, like, walking with his shirt off in like, the Dominican Republic, you'd be like, oh, that guy used to push for the Red Sox. That guy throws 95 miles an hour. That guy could play third base and has, like, a pretty decent glove. He's lazy in the field, but he hits fucking taters. Laser versus coffee, that's fire. To Catch a Predator, New York edition. All right, that's interesting. All right, so here's another aspect of the show. We're going to talk about some shit, and we're going to watch some videos. And the videos mostly are just good vibes. And for me, good vibes are 100% dictated by what's going on in Philadelphia right now. My vibes are through the roof, and I almost feel like it's cosmic that the Eagles are doing this well at a time when I'm trying to launch a new show where I'm gabbing and I need stuff to chew on. And it's almost like when Dave came into Barstool, and Dave has the Patriots doing incredible. When Dave starts Barstool and he's selling merch, and Boston's winning all these championships, and it's almost like this self-fulfilling prophecy, like the universe wants him to be successful because they're putting money in his pocket through t-shirt sales. It's almost like the universe wants me to have something to talk about, and I think the only person that's doing better with it all than me, other than the guys on the squad, is Gilly. Have you guys seen what Gilly's doing? Have you guys seen the way that Gilly has... Shout out Sparky behind me, bro. Sparky doesn't even know, bro, that he's like literally like the first guest. What up, Spark? Legend. We maybe need to have me in here to sing a song, honestly. Sparky! Spark, come on in, brother. Just a quick song from Sparky. I feel like that's the only way. I feel like it wouldn't be right unless Sparky just sang us a little something. Oh, God, I spilled the coffee. Hey, Sparky. Just give us a song. We only have 30 seconds of time, but can you give us a song right here? Give us something.
On my mother? With my mother?
With your mother.
That's what I want, baby.
Come on.
Hit it. Mama.
Huh.
Mama. Mama, come home. Mama, come home. Things ain't right. Things ain't right. But she raised me right. Oh, raised me right. From wrong to right. Mama, come home. Yeah,
Hey!
I feel you right.
Hey!
Feel you
Right.
Up and down, I'm eating real right.
Oh, I know you're eating right. Ladies and gentlemen, Sparky.
Come home.
Every Wednesday, live performances. My man is literally on his soapbox.
Home now.
Mm-hmm.
Fire, boy.
That shit is fire. Appreciate you, bro.
Yo, thank you.
Yeah, bro, of course, man. Buy Sparky's album in the iTunes store, bro. Download him on Spotify. You have to check out my boy Spark. Mama, dude, I told you I'm spilling this coffee multiple times. Shout out to Sparky. Absolute legend. Okay, so I'm sorry. I was talking about Gilly. I think we could pull up some clips of Gilly. I think that I just want to see what Gilly's been doing. I just want to kind of celebrate, bask in the glory of Gilly. Let's get some Gilly going, bro.
Oh, that was the Hennessy. Bro, get that picture.
Bro, can you imagine if he actually dropped that? Can you imagine it? Like they'd ban him. It came so close. John Clark, the like NBC affiliate, like he almost loses his shit. He knows how dangerous it is. That would have been such bad vibes. But lucky, Gilly is such a good athlete. Like he's fast. He's good at basketball. He's got hands. He'll route your ass up. Like he's next level as far as an athlete, but my bro is glistening right now. Wallow said that he was off an 8 Ball and the Hennessy. I don't think he's off the 8-ball. I don't think he's like that. But the Hennessy is coming through his pores, dude. You can smell the Hennessy through the computer screen. But shout out to Cooper DeJean. Shout out to Reed Blankenship, too. The fact that he's just getting in there like this with our white D-backs, dude, that's the way that you make a white D-back feel comfortable in Philly. What other Gilly clips do we have? Let's see this, bro. Is Gilly the dude that had beef with Cassidy? Bro, you're literally like maybe 16 years late on the internet. That's so insane. Gilly, we know that Gilly has ascended past his beef with Cassidy. I'm pretty sure that they've done songs together since then. Let's see some more Gilly. Coming out the tunnel. Come on, Gilly.
Let's go!
He's in front of Brandon Graham. He's in front of the spiritual leader of the team who should be bringing the Eagles out. There's really nothing. Look how serious he is. He went on live with his wife, and he was like, before the game, I was crying. I went up to players on the team crying, and they're like, you might take this shit too seriously, dude. I think that he thinks he's on the team. And I would have him on the team. I think that he would go, he's like Will Compton vibes. Like, he would go out and die. Here's a clip of him crying. Can we see Gil just crying? That's a real tear. That's a real tear. I want to see it come out the other eye. Look at that fraud Wallow hyping him up. Wallow's not a real Philly fan. Wait for the elbow. He's crying. He's losing his shit. So emotional.
Here we go.
They put his song on. And immediately he goes into the fucking dance, dude. What is wrong with him? And shout out to his bro behind him in the full on. He's got the full on bird costume. The crossover. Here we go. Hey. Dude, the switch from tears, he's losing it. He can barely keep it together. And he flips the switch, and it's just in his DNA. Do the shuffle. Keep it going. I need to see the moves. Hit the move. Bro, he has the city locked in. Catch it? No, walk away. Walk back. Hey, there. Bro, he has a song by Too Short. He has an Oakland song as the Philly anthem. Now, Philly and Oakland have always kind of been locked in. Like, Philly and Oakland, like, if you go back to old Reed Dollars battles, you know, you saw him with the Oakland fitted, the A's fitted. Like, that was uniform, I think, if you look back in the history. But not to this level. Not to the level that we're at right now. It's just what Gilly has been able to do. And I wonder what kind of access they're going to give him for the Super Bowl, because that's high security. But I could really see him having the flag out, dude. I could see him catching the eagle on his forearm. What Gilly's doing for Philly as a Barstool guy, as a guy that's from Philly, is so sick. Get down on the ground. Get down on the ground. Come on. I am now black after watching this video. And that's what Gilly does for you, bro. He'll give you that. And Broad Street looked absolutely insane after the fact. We got some Broad Street clips. Let's check out what's going on Broad Street this week. Oh. No, what the fuck? No, what the fuck was that? Oh, no. Why is he moving like that? Wait, what the fuck is the white cop doing, dude? What's the Italian dude doing? Wait, pause that up for a second. Pause it up. Go back to our first guy. Because our first guy's hitting like some classic Jersey club type shit. He's just hitting with the, I want to rock. Hey. And that's fine. It's like, okay, he's probably been to a Jersey club. But then we swing it over to Lorenzo from South Philly. He's dipping low and he's got both of his legs. Bro, I think that Lorenzo might go to the Jersey clubs too. I think that Officer Balducci might be going to the Jersey clubs as well. Because he really hit it like he knew what he was doing and he has his knees knocking. What? Bro, it's just different. And the underdog mask in the background with the Four Loko too. Bro, I'm a little bit remiss. Blue hit the jiggly legs, dude. He really hit the jiggly legs. Steak out, bake out. Like, these guys might be fried. And I think that should be a night of lawlessness in Philly. Not quite Purge level. Like, you can't kill, but it's almost like when the team wins the World Cup and there's no murders, you know? Like when Argentina, like, or whoever, someone won the World Cup. I think Kevin Gates won the Dominican, like, baseball World Cup or whatever. No one got murdered for 3 weeks. And I think that that's what would happen in Philly. But you can't be arresting people for breaking into stuff or climbing up on stuff. Just let the cops have fun. Let the civilians have fun. And I was a little bit sad that I was sad that I wasn't in Philly for that. Like, it was nice to be in Chicago on stream, but I was sad I wasn't in Philly. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, that shit's crazy. Now, I heard that one of the... I hope that this bro's okay. I heard that one of these bros is in critical condition from falling off of a light pole. Now, it seems like that guy landed feet first, from not that far. And that is a good keepsake if he's able to bring that home. But I just never had the inspiration to climb. Some people are climbers. Like Chef Donnie, we used to do storm chasers, and Chef Donnie would just see a tree, and he would just want to climb it. Like, he would just be inspired to climb. And I think that there's, like, animal instinct in some people to climb and get to be the highest up. I'm worried about getting down. I don't know how to get down, shimmying down the pole, especially if they're greased, dude. You're getting to the bottom of that like a firefighter on the double. You know, okay, he died. Everybody's saying that guy died. No, he passed away. He's okay. I don't know if people are okay. Well, if he died, R.I.P. That sucks. I don't know if that's true, but if people are, Temple student too. Okay, yeah, someone died. Okay, dang, don't run it back. Okay, let's get another one on there. Okay, so this kid's showing his animal instinct of his desire to climb. Hey, free bro till it's backwards. All right? Why can't this cop do the jelly legs? My young Costco bro is just trying to bring the boom very lightly. And then this freaking pig, man. Danny, you see these cops? Freaking cops, bro. Unbelievable what they're doing to, yeah, that sucks. That happened to him. And, yeah, and if that bro did die, R.I.P., that sucks so badly. What a shitty way to go. Yeah, let's keep it moving. What other stuff do we have? Got to show the dude firing the 9mm. No. Paul George. Paul George. Bro, he's pissed. Paul George is pissed in this clip, dude. Paul George stuck in traffic, having no idea what's going on in the city, and Pinky busted up, and look how salty he is. Like, he chunks the deuce, not even a hint of a smile on PG's face, dude. Not even a hint. Tinted windows, I guess for a reason, but what's the grade on those tints? Okay? Maybe the cops can check that, okay? What's the grade on those tints? Are those over-tinted windows? Because you can't even see through from the side. You got to be able to see through a little bit. Paul George is sick on Broad Street. He needs to be able to take the tunnels, bro. There has to be another way. He has to be able to take the tunnels. Fire stuff going on in Philly. What a time, dude. Do you guys believe? Do you guys believe in the Eagles? Because I'm starting to believe. We saw this on game day. They're just flying through. It's not a fire hazard. That's not a fire hazard. He's fine. That's just legendary stuff. Going through the tailgate, pretzels ready to go. Or what is that? Is that a pig? What are they even cooking? How are his hands not getting hot? It's different, dude. It's just different down in Philly. And part of me wants to go to the game, but part of me wants to be in Philly for it. Like, part of me wants to be on Broad Street, but it's almost like saturated. I'm not saying that there's like too many people on Broad Street. Obviously, I'd never say that. There cannot be too many people. But how would you even do man on the street? Like, if you want to get from Chestnut to Walnut, it's going to take 45 minutes just to get through the throngs. There's a full-on throng out there. It's absolutely insane how many people are there. I know that Mook is planning on being out there, being live out there, so shout out to him. If you see him, go bomb his stream, say some crazy stuff if he's just out doing man on the street. But it's such an electric atmosphere, and it's getting bigger. When I was in Boston, when they won their 6th championship, people were rushing home because they had to go to bed because they had to wake up the next morning. And maybe it's because they've won a lot of championships. That's a champagne problem, 6 championships. In Philly, it's growing. It's still growing. There's never been anything like that. I went to Southie when I was in Boston. I was like, this is going to be the hub of it. This is going to be the epicenter. It wasn't, there was nobody outside. There was maybe groups of 6 people. They weren't whooping it up. Everybody in Philly is whooping it up. The cops are going jelly legs. Like, that's hard as fuck for them. That's hard as fuck for Philly. Hopefully, nobody gets hurt. Hopefully, we find a safe way to climb if people have that instinct to climb. This is a big opportunity for a mattress company. Maybe instead of greasing the poles, we line the ground with mattresses around the poles, okay? Can Mattress Mac get on this? Can Mattress Firm, step to the forefront? My good brothers and sisters over at Mattress Firm. I feel like that would be nice. I feel like that would be interesting. They're saying Mook will not be live. I don't know. They said you have to be at the Super Bowl with McCarthy and Max. That is interesting that McCarthy and Max are going. Because before, Max was like, should we run it back? Let's me and you run it back. And then I just hear through the back channels, it's Jack McCarthy going with Max? Just those two brothers? No room for a good Philly brother like Rone to go to the Super Bowl? No problem. No problem. Not a problem for me. I'm going to the game regardless. Out of pocket. Doesn't matter. I don't need the bolster. I'm going to go with sass. I'm going to bring a little sass to the game. Maybe we'll be sitting in the nosebleeds. That's fine. I need to be in the building. It would be incredible to be on Broad Street. I'm not missing the Super Bowl. I'm not missing an Eagles chance to go head-to-head with Patrick Mahomes. I'm not missing it. I'm not missing a chance for vengeance. There is no chance that I can miss it. Max said I was going too. I guess me and Max were going to be... It's different. I don't know if Matt, they could tell me if I'm in this mix, but I think that I would know, but it's fine. Fuck yeah. It says call Big Cat saying you have a huge offer from another company. No, bro. Call Sass now, bro. No. Max said you're going with him. Yeah, that's what I thought too. I hope I'm still going with Max. I'd love to go with Max. Max and I have a great rapport. How many times do I have to do this today? We're like this. Sass isn't up. That's facts. But Sass is getting more deep on his ball knowledge, so shout out to him. Kate and Rone Super Bowl. That's fire, too. That's super fire, too. But, yeah, I need to get out there. I need to get out there with Gilly. I need to be out there with Max. I need to be out there in the mix. Let's get to some vibes. Let's get to some vibe videos. Let's just... before we get into them, how do we feel? How do we feel, chat? We're about an hour into this thing. Like, I'm not planning on going 2 hours today, but it did take longer to lay all that out than I thought it was going to. But I'm having fun. Are we having a good time? Call Smitty. Smitty hasn't been in a while, but I fucking love Smitty. Honestly, Eagles should do this for fucking Smitty. Do it for the general, okay? Put it together for Smitty. It would be massive if you could just put the team on your back for Smitty. Do it for me, sure. Do it for Gilly. Do it for Max. Do it for Smitty, bro. Do it for the bro. Shout out to Smitty. Smitty's an absolute legend. Smitty laid so much groundwork that what we have at Barstool, all the Philly stuff, all the video game stuff, legend. Let's get into some of these good vibe videos. I have an MVP video of the week, and it might be a couple weeks old. Some of these might be old. I can't stop fucking. People say I can't stop watching a video a lot. I've watched this video probably 15, 20 times. Run this shit, bro. The OGs. There's not a better video circulating on the internet right now. Do you see how swaggy these two old dudes are? How there's nothing washed up about either of them? Bro on the left has the shiesty on and like a little bit of a vintage fit with the work boots, and he's young and he's hitting the notes. And then bro in the back has the full Santa Claus, and he doesn't want to be the one in the spotlight. He doesn't want to take it all over. He wants to be a complimentary piece, and they're better. How many times do we have to say it, bro? They're better like this. The yin and the yang. There's nothing like these two bros right here. Imagine being that when he says, I see you poking it out to the waitress who's just like taking an order from somebody in a jean vest. And bro, he's just gesturing at that ass as if it's all for him. And honestly, wherever they are, it probably is for him. It's probably, like, I don't want to say it, bro, but he's probably been there, bro. He's probably eaten from that buffet. I want to meet these bros. I know that they just got their social media presence going. I know that they're really doing it. Absolutely legendary shit. Top dogs. People are still throwing out ideas. Foley artist challenge. I think that shit's fun, interesting. Let's get to this next video, bro. This has also been killing me. This is a little bit older. Kills me every time. Good vibes.
Oh, good job.
That goat.
I know. Look at that white goat. Oh, they are so cute.
That
I know. Look, there's a black one.
black one.
Goat. Black and white one.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, they are so cute.
That
I know. Look, there's a black one.
black one.
Goat.
Bro. Again.
The black one.
Black one.
Goat.
He spawned
Look at
too.
that white goat.
Chat, let me know who had a better
Oh,
spawn.
they are so
Who has a better spawn? Who has a better
I know,
spawn?
look,
Him
there's a black
or
one.
the OG from the There Goes My Baby video? Run it again, bro.
That
I know. Look, there's a black one.
black one.
Goat.
Him having glasses makes it so perfect. The look on his face, how he kind of gives her like a reproachful look. How he comes up at the exact right time. The fact that she starts like fumbling over her words, worried that she like called a black kid black. Oh my God, dude. The Rec Spec Spawn, I mean, that is truly timeless shit. Like that, I don't know. That's just one you just thank God that video exists. It's so fucking funny, dude. I just keep on watching it back and giggling alone. And I'm a tough giggle, dude. And I want to be a better giggle. I want to be the kind of guy that just giggles freely, especially while alone. That's the true mark of a good video. That shit had me giggling on my own some, dude. The black one. While we're doing all-time favorites, let's hit number 4, bro. Yeah, I knew you were already dialed in on this one. We know this Jadakiss. This toast, bro.
Boys may like me like Italian bread, long with a lot of dough in the middle. May all the ups and downs be in between the sheets, and may we all avoid these motherfucking skeezers, dick teasers, and weirdos.
Come on, bro. Come on, Kiss.
Pause may like me like Italian bread, long with a lot of dough in the middle. May all the ups and downs be in between the sheets, and may we all avoid these motherfucking skeezers, dick teasers, and weirdos.
Pause, but may life be like Italian bread, long with a lot of dough in the middle. May your only ups and downs be between the sheets, and may we avoid these skeezers, dick teasers, and weirdos. Dude, if you don't say that at your next Thanksgiving, if you're not toasting with that at your next bar or bat mitzvah, if you're not toasting with that at the next birthday party or a gathering with friends, you're asleep. You just need to be able to say it right. Let's say it one more time. Pause. But may your life be like Italian bread, long with a lot of dough in the middle. May your only ups and downs be between the sheets, and may we avoid these skeezers, dick teasers, and weirdos.
Pause may like me like Italian bread, long with a lot of dough in the middle. May all the ups and downs be in between the sheets, and may we all avoid these motherfucking skeezers, dick teasers, and
weirdos. Salute, bro. If you're not at your desk, if you're not at home right now with the coffee up, if you don't have the mug in the air right now for the Jadakiss, you're sleeping, bro. You're not giving him the credit that he deserves. He's putting battery in our back right now. Take the charge, okay? Take the charge. It's the least you could do. I can't put this back on the ground with no lid on it, though. No lid would be crazy. The spill that I would enact. What do we think? You think we think I get a third spill? Shout out to the old ladies, bro. Let's lock in on our old lady right here.
What's the difference between a garbanzo bean and a chickpea?
Classic joke. This is classic shit.
I wouldn't pay to have a garbanzo bean on my face.
Usually it's chest, but face is nice too.
Why am I missing it?
Say it the other way.
A chickpea on my face?
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Oh, that's silly.
Hey, bro, if you think this old lady has never peed on somebody's face, you're asleep. You know that she's blasted somebody. There's no doubt in my mind. You could tell by the giggle. She was probably over Trump. The Russian shit was true. She was definitely letting it fly. Even with her bib on, dude. She's in her, like, cooking gear. May we all have that type of sense of humor when we're that age. May we never clutch the pearls. Because she has the demeanor to be a pearl clutcher, okay? She has the kind of, like, the way that she's put together, she should be the type of lady that's clutching pearls, that's scared, that doesn't like nasty humor. No, we're talking about golden showers with the Mrs. Doubtfire right now, and she's loving it. it makes it so much more enjoyable when everybody can enjoy shit. I wanna jump ahead if that's cool. Can we jump ahead to number 11? So number 11, I want to shine some light on some people who are. So this is. Let's go to the one after this. We'll come back to this one because this is a classic video by the bro Ryan Lynch. But rap battle versus potato. So I want to shine light on like people who I know are talented, people who I know are like my bros who are kind of under the radar a little bit. This dude is a dude named Archduke Redcat, okay? And he battles inanimate objects. He does rap battles against inanimate objects at his home, basically. And this is something I started doing during COVID. I battled against a dishwasher. I did a couple other ones, maybe like a chair, like a fucking, I don't even know. He's taken it and ran with it, and he's so good. This dude's a good freestyler, makes good music, and also is a sick battle rapper. But these videos that he does, this is him rap battling a potato. Bro, don't miss a bar. Every word is a bar. Let's watch this vid.
Hello, this is what it would be like if I got into a rap battle with a potato.
Okay, you finally got some eyes on you.
Eyes.
But they know me so well they could rap along. Tell your friends this not a game. I'm really hot potato. Pass it on. What's wrong? Can somebody do dog a favor? Honestly, you need to be taken out the field. You are not a player. You should really stay on the sidelines. You just a commentator, and I'm a hater. I don't care what this potato said or what this potato did. I want this potato dead. I'm gonna hit this potato lid when I give this potato lead. Perfect aim with these toys. Never missed a potato head. Hold on.
That's so fucking insane.
Oh.
Okay, you finally got some eyes on you. But they know me so well they could rap along. Tell your friends this not a game. I'm really hot potato. Pass it on. What's wrong? Can somebody do dog a favor? Honestly, you need to be taken out the field. You are not a player. You should really stay on the sidelines. You just a commentator, and I'm a hater. I don't care what this potato said or what this potato did. I want this potato dead. I'm gonna hit this potato lid when I give this potato lead. Perfect aim with these toys. Never missed a potato head. Hold on.
What the fuck? Bro, the level of talent out here is insane. That dude is talented, bro. I'll be honest with you. That's creative and that's talented. And honestly, that's the kind of shit that I want to spotlight because that shit is so interesting. It's so funny. They're saying show yours. I don't know. It's not possible right now. We're going to get to that. But, I mean, there is classics of me battle rapping against. I mean, I don't want to say that I'm the godfather of battle rapping against inanimate objects, especially because I'll tell you who the real godfather of it. These British bros, Marlowe and Shuffle T. They did a battle against a can of Fanta and a stick, and I think they were calling it Fantastic. And they battled it on the stage, like in front of a bunch of people. And that's how you know the British bros are just down for whatever, bro. They'll just watch a dude battle a stick on a stage, and they're like, cheerio, bro. They'll give you the big time thumbs up. We weirdos. Bro, shout out to the weirdos, bro. But stay away from the weirdos. Dick teases, skeezes, and weirdos. That's the kind of thing that we don't want to dive in on. But yeah, rap heavy on
me on your shoulders. Help me out, please. Shit.
Like what could be going on here? First off, she's built to be carrying him, if you know what I mean. She's strong in the core. You could tell that. Why is this bro doing this? And then the commentary makes it that much better. Like, is it for her or is it for him? It doesn't look like a subservience thing. It looks like cheerleading almost. It feels like cheerleading or something like that. But she's not wavering, and his core strength has to be good too. Like his balance, his calm is so impressive. And what makes it so good is the
damn, boy, I need a bitch like this. Carry me on your shoulders. Help me out, please.
Damn, bro. Kings. Are we really settling for women that aren't going to carry us like that? I know my wife could carry 2 boys. She's carrying twins right now. I know she's built for it. But like, if your wife isn't going to be, if she isn't doing all that, if she isn't going to carry you on shoulder, it's not enough. She doesn't love you like that. She really doesn't love you like that. We can hit this maid of honor one. I thought this was a classic. I thought it was an absolute classic. Shout out to Ryan Lynch from Oops the Podcast. Such a funny video. He roasted the hell out of them. He still does Oops. He used to be a producer on Oops. Now it's him and Julio taking over Oops. He fries women right here.
Who don't know me, my name is Angelica Maria and Susan Marie Anna Maria. And I am honored to be honoring the bride and groom as the maid of honor. I met Cassandra in college. Go Seagulls! And we had a great time, from the late nights in the library to binge watching Breaking Bad on a long weekend. We sure had our fun. And with our fun, we had tough times too, where she was there for me, like when I got a splinter on my knee and she helped. I knew that she was a sister that I want by my side forever, and now we are all here today, and Eric forevermore, today and forever after too as well, is by her side also too.
Yeah,
I'll leave you with
you can pause
this.
it, but this is
Life is like baking
He fries these women so bad, and he gets them with the first bar. For those of you that don't know me, it's so funny, dude. It's every single time they hit him with it. For those that don't know me, we go back a really long time. And the ones in Philly, they always go like list off memories too. So they'll do like, we're on the Seagulls, like always remember like times with the Seagulls, weekends down the shore, and like they kind of give you like the look as if they know that the bride had some fun times, that they had some fun times
cheers
with each
to
other.
them. I don't know how many more of those I can listen to.
Bro, that's so funny. He absolutely fried women. But it's also such a hard position to be in, to write a speech. Like, how do you do anything other than like a cookie cutter speech? At my wedding, my best man went up. Or I think that my sister's, my wife's sister was her maid of honor, and she went up, and she was like, I don't want to do anything traditional, and so she hit me with like rap bars, and she like kind of like fried me a little bit. They were like, your kids won't be athletic because you're not good at sports. Kind of fried me a little bit. Very funny. And then my best man goes up to do a speech, and he also hits rap bars. They didn't even know that they were both going to go up and do rap bars, but they both, I'm not sure which one went first, but they simultaneously popped in and did rap bars. Just absolutely legendary stuff from them, and legendary stuff from the bro, Ryan Lynch. Should we get into this? This is heavy rap. Well, let's watch it. Shout out to Big K, bro. Big K was on season 1 of The Nicest. I know we tried, and season 2 of The Nicest, honestly. And we tried to get Calico. Calico is the guy on the right who he's going against. Big K on the left, Calico on the right. And Calico wanted to go against Jazz the Rapper. I think we're still going to make it happen. I'm pretty sure they want to do another season of The Nicest, which is compliment battles. And Calico is going to go against Jazz. We're going to see some compliment battles. Fire. But let's go see this one. Let's see them be nasty to each other. This dude, Big K, is amazing.
You told Ill Will you was gonna whack his baby.
Yes.
Now they can't call no truce to that. And y'all cool with that.
Yeah.
The fans boosting that. He's spraying out the window with no aim. That shit's stupid, Jack.
For his baby.
I walk up barefaced and hit what I'm shooting at.
Yeah.
This Ruger clap. Push your whole medulla back. Buddhist cap. Walk off roof the strap. Get the rifle with the red dot. I can knock a puma flat. I put the laser on his skin like he trying to remove a tat. I'm through with rap. Cause y'all don't play the game by the manual. Y'all respect the lane that went to jail for fighting animals. That's some coward shit. Part of the reason I don't like this loser. Now it's talons flying over that chicken since you fighting roosters. I stick a knife into you. Swipe, swipe maneuver. Try to run, get walked down. I'm Michael Myers to you. The 40 got him outside sweating like an icy cooler. I lick a shot, you milked over your rocks, but I don't like Kahlua. You dick chewer. You dick chewer. This Trey Pound, the big Ruger. Photographer in Toronto, the 6-shooter. I took penitentiary chance after chance just to get moolah. You was having underground chicken fights, watching out for intruders. I should slide into them, push the line and boom them, teach you the difference between animal instinct and violent human. All I need is...
Insane, bro.
Let's go,
this dude,
bro.
Big K, is
all I
fucking
need
insane.
is a deuce. I leave his life in ruins. I could make him eat a 357, but it's time consuming. We moving. What? If I feel a vibe, I'm sleeping him. Toss the heckler
we can
in
we
the
can
crowd
pause it, but
like...
oh my God, bro. Shout out to fucking Big K, dude. Shout out to Big K. Shout out to Calico as well. Big K is so good. It's fucking insane. And I don't want to, like, I don't know how much my interest in battle rap translates to everybody else's interest in battle rap, so I could try to keep it, like, towards stuff that's, like, more consumable, like the potato stuff, like, in the future or whatever, or just, like, moments that aren't just, like, dudes barring out. But for me, that shit is as good as it gets. That shit's fucking incredible. So shout out to my brothers from the battle rap community. I want to do some bouncing around on this list, Tyler, if that's cool. This one is interesting to me because it leaves questions for me. Can we go to number 9? So I want to take this inside Barstool. Sorry, the one after that. So I want this show also, so we're at 10:21, cool. I want this show to be somewhere where we can talk about Barstool stuff. I want to celebrate people from Barstool. I'm going to do a few clips of Barstool people, but I also want to, I want it to be interesting for Barstool fans. And I saw this clip and it was very interesting to me because this is making its rounds on the internet. This lady on, Sirius XM, not sure who she is, looks lovely, but let's watch the clip and let's see exactly what the F they're talking about on here.
I was just saying on my TikTok live that I had to cancel a date, and you know when someone is like a bit pissy, even though you're genuinely telling the truth, and I get it, right? I get it. And even on this show, sometimes you guys call and you're like, he canceled, and I'm like, F him, he lost his chance, like he doesn't get you then. So I canceled this date with a guy from Barstool. Look, I don't think that my husband is at Barstool, and this is a very pick-me thing that I'm about to say. I don't really know a lot about Barstool. I just miss that I miss the lore, and I don't really know that I need to know the lore about Barstool. I'm happy for them in their Barstool world. I was like, oh yeah, sorry,
okay,
we matched on a dating app. And I was like, oh, I'm really, really sick. And I get that sounds like an excuse. I was really, really sick. I was literally hallucinating in my apartment alone for 5 days. And I could just feel like I don't think he's going to reschedule. But I think that's okay, you know? Rejection is redirection. Isn't that what I always say, you guys?
Now, wait just a fucking second. Who is she talking about? Who is she talking about? Who is this woman talking about? Because she went on a date with somebody from Barstool. Chat. Who do we think? F this lady, Francis is goated. Jake Malasek, Tommy. She canceled a date with Nate. Little Sass L. I hate her. Meek Phil. Who is she talking about, dude? I want to do detective work and get to the bottom of this. Do we think it can't be Tommy, right? No chance it's Tommy. No chance it's Tommy. Should I question Tommy about it? I'm gonna see if I could get Tommy in here. There's no way. Tommy, can someone get Tommy's ass in here? It can't be Tommy. Because I don't want to say that lady's out of Tommy's league look-wise, because Tommy does better than he's supposed to look-wise because he has a good personality. But I'm going to bring Tommy in here, and we're going to play the clip for Tommy. And we're going to see just what the fuck is going on, because this lady brought it to the internet, okay? This lady brought it out to the entire world, and now she's leaving sleuths like me to figure out what the fuck is going on. She brought gumshoes out here to find out, to figure out what the fuck is going on. Let me get some headphones for Tommy.
Adam.
Listen to this. Mind the coffee. Here we go.
I was just saying on my TikTok live that I had to cancel a date. And you know when someone is like a bit pissy, even though you're genuinely telling the truth? And I get it, right? I get it. And even on this show, sometimes you guys call and you're like, he canceled. And I'm like, fuck him. He lost his chance. Like, he doesn't get you then. So I canceled this date with a guy from Barstool. Look, I don't think that my husband is at Barstool, and this is a very pick-me thing that I'm about to say. I don't really know a lot about Barstool. I just miss that I miss the lore, and I don't really know that I need to know the lore about Barstool. I'm happy for them in their Barstool world. I was like, oh yeah, sorry, like, we matched on a dating app. And I was like, oh, I'm really, really sick. And I get that sounds like an excuse. I was really, really sick. I was literally hallucinating in my apartment alone for 5 days. And I could just feel like I don't think he's going to reschedule. But I think that's okay, you know? Rejection is redirection. Isn't that what I
heard
say,
about
you
this
guys?
clip recently, and people were speculating who it could have been, but it was not me. I wish it was me.
Why?
I don't know, just be
because
cool
she's hot.
Because
she's hot
like that. Yeah, when I saw it was a woman, I got a little I was like, uh-oh, but then I said, oh no, that ain't Tommy.
Should we get Joey in here to help us figure it out?
Yeah,
Joey could help maybe figure it out. Like, who do we think it is then?
Francis.
You think it's Francis?
I don't know, I'm just thinking of single guys in New York City that would.
She follows Francis on IG.
Oh.
She looks 45, trying to be 29. That's nasty. That's nasty. We don't feel that way. Jenks. Could be Jenks. It's got to be Frank the Tank. Tommy. I mean, now that you know she's interested in like Barstool guys, do you think?
It seems like she's not interested in Barstool guys.
No, she was like, I don't think he's going to call back. I don't think he's going to reschedule.
Is Tommy about to blow Ron? Have you done a blowjob live on this show yet?
Not yet, but that's for 100,000 subs. Okay, so who's your guess?
I mean, New York single office employee has to be pretty. They have to have something. List
the singles. List the singles.
Me, Francis, Nate.
Is Fight single?
I'm not sure.
Gaz?
Gaz could be.
Jack Mac
single.
Meek Phil, people are saying.
Yeah, no.
Jenks pulling whatever he wants.
Jenks is single, I think. Yeah, Francis, Gaz. I don't know who. I mean, we're kind of the big three players.
You, Francis, and Gaz.
Yeah, we're probably
That's so sad.
The hardest kill, fuck, marry.
Okay, that's all I have for you right now. But if you find out, can you let me know? Just send me a text or something.
Yeah,
or run
sure.
it.
Run it. Do you want me to just like text people?
Sure.
All right.
Get to the bottom of it.
All right.
A little too much leg for me. Too old for gas. Too old for gas. Oh God. Too gainfully employed for gas. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know, but I saw that on the internet bubbling around and I was like, who? Like, dude, here's one thing you got to know about me. I'll gossip. I don't mind a little bit of gossip. You know what I mean? And there's stuff I wish I could even talk about on this show that I don't think I have the green light. But like, just know that there's like big stuff going on at Barstool. High profile relationships that people don't even know about. But yeah, we won't even get to the bottom of all that right now. But interesting. I just thought it was interesting. And while we have Francis, can we just watch that Francis minibar video? That shit was so funny. 18.
I just woke up at my nice hotel in California and discovered that I ate the entire minibar last night. Black truffle potato chips, gone. Original popcorn, toast. Tate's cookies, gone. Nana Joe's Ocean Beach granola, gone. Smart Sweets, 3 grams of sugar, new and improved, gone. Jones Bar, beef jerky, nothing left.
Dude, and he definitely
Ninth and
ate all
Larkin,
this.
70% chocolate,
None of this
gone.
is fake.
Dried apricots, a lot of that left. Apparently I wasn't fancying the vegetable course.
That's
And look at
so
this.
insane to eat all that. The amount of
Dream Bites.
preservatives.
This is magnesium chocolates.
Bro, that might be a condom.
Serving size is 2. I ate 10. I slept so well. Oh, it's gonna be so expensive though.
Like, is there
It's
a
gonna
chance that he
be
just ate a condom?
so expensive.
Some hotels
What
have
do I
condoms
do? Hi, how are you? Just checking out. Looks like I got into the mini bar a little bit.
I like how he says
Does
it
that
looks like, as if it
food
was
and
like
beverage thing
passive.
apply to the mini bar?
As if he doesn't know that he definitely got into the mini bar.
How much is all of the food cost on the mini bar? Is there any way to know that?
This is so devastating. Luckily, my brother is a man of means. Maximum 4 bites for every bag? No, bro. He finished it in 4 bites.
15 for the jerky.
Bro is a machine.
Golly. I mean, that was pretty good.
$116 is so
Lesson
fucking
learned.
insane. Honestly, that's so fat of Francis. That's such a fat boy move. I respect the hell out of it. And he's in great shape, so he's one of the easiest people to call fat. An insane fat person move. Let's go through a couple more Barstool guys. Let's go through this Nick and KB. This Nick and KB clip had me dying, dude. Talking about their wrestling team. So fucking funny.
I'd be like, who are you? You're 6'7", 320 pounds. Our football team went 1-9 last year. Why don't you play football? And they'd be like, I talked to coach. He won't let me because I can't skip October and November for hunting season. It's like,
Dude,
that's
exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah.
That was a crazy.
Coach won't let me
pull.
skip October for deer season.
We would have been so
That's
much
the bulk
better at
of the
football.
season.
That's the entire season. You can't skip it to go on.
Yeah.
But honestly, they could just show up to the games and probably dominate. They were the
It would be
biggest
so good.
motherfuckers
And
I've ever
they
seen.
had the big trucks. They were big, and the stereotype was debunked. They had huge dicks. They would show it. They were all very sexual. They were always fucking. Like their Britney body count was higher than anyone else's regular body.
Yeah, they.
Bro, KB needs to fucking chill, dude. Every word that comes out of his mouth is so fucking funny. Are there really big boys like that hunting? Like, I don't hunt. I've never hunted. I thought you could be tiny and hunt. I thought you could be a slim guy and just like be in the nest, snipe something and fucking rip a gut open. I didn't know you had to be a big boy. But I guess it's just like corn-fed type shit that they just have that many fucking hosses out there in West Virginia. Maybe it's time that we make hunting a sport. Maybe we need to have high school hunting teams. I feel like that would play big time. But yeah, the Britneys is so fucking funny. Amazing. Let's hit this Peaches clip. And then let's end with a vintage sass. Or we'll hit the Lil Dicky after the Peaches. Let's hit this Peaches, though. Shout out to the boss, man. He just has the whipped cream in the tuck, dude. Shout out to Peaches. Completely vulnerable. You can tell how comfortable she is.
Oh, Peachy!
Classic.
What a dream!
And Pete just spawned. That's our third spawn. Third spawn of the show. Dude, Peaches and Pete are like this, bro. You could tell. They're like this. But my question is, who's the girl?
What a dream! What an absolute dream!
It makes me want to do this to my dog so badly. Shout out to Big Fat Josie. I need to do it to Big Fat Josie so badly. Just legendary shit. Let's hit this Caleb. See, a part of the show, I do want to be celebrating people who came through Barstool, who are at Barstool, just people I know. But this Caleb Lil Dicky, in celebration of the Eagles too. Gotta watch.
From Philadelphia?
Yeah.
You like the Eagles?
Mm-hmm. I love the Eagles.
You think that they're going to continue to be called the Eagles?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. In this political climate, everyone's having to change names.
I think it's just the Redskins and the Indians.
Why do the Cleveland Indians have to change their name, but the Cleveland Browns can stay the same?
What is a brown? Like, what do they mean
Bro,
when they
how
say
did he
the
even
Browns?
pivot to that question? Like, did he have that question in the tuck? Or was
That's
that
what
off
I'm
the
asking.
top?
I don't think so.
What do you say to white people who say, I'm not racist, I'm married to a black person?
I never had anyone say that to me just out of nowhere.
What do you say to a white person who says, I'm not a homosexual, I'm married to a gay person?
A white person who says, I'm not a homosexual, I'm married to a gay person. Say, I don't know, I'd say you have to figure it all out. Because something's not adding up.
Nothing wrong with gayness.
Nothing at all wrong with gayness.
Dude, the editing on this is so insane. Shout out to Tom Mullen, shout out to Caleb. I know they both work together on the edit. The punch-ins, the music, it just gives us such a fucking vibe. I think that people don't realize how hard Caleb works on that. I think people think that he's just like chilling, but he has such a finely honed product that he busts his ass on. I think that people really undervalue and underestimate his work ethic. He's absolutely crushed it. And it looks like Tommy's back with some news.
Were you talking about me?
God, no. We were talking about someone with good work
It was
ethic.
right. It was Francis.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd you find that out?
I texted him and asked him.
Does he know that we're talking about it?
I said, do you care if I say it on the show? And he said, no, I don't care.
Wow. Because it seemed like she was like almost a little bit bummed that that he wasn't going to message her, like that he wasn't going to ask her out again. Like she's saying like, I'm actually sick. And she was bummed that he wasn't going to ask her out again.
Also, we were doing research out there. It seems like she lives in L.A., so I don't know how that...
Maybe he was in L.A. for foreplay stuff? People were saying it could have been Barstool Beef, too.
Could have. Well, we were also thinking maybe Riggs out there. But no, I mean, we have the confirmation now. You put me on the case. I closed the case.
Detective Tommy.
Thank you for letting me be your first guest.
Well, you actually, Sparky was the first guest.
Oh.
First white guest.
Wow, first white guest.
That's fucking huge for you, bro.
All right, that's it.
I'm super happy for you. Please stop touching my leg. I just got a message from Jenks. Frank the Tank is at his lowest weight. He said, if you want it, sure, I'll take it. Shout out to Frank the Tank for being lean. What's all your excuses? What's my excuse, honestly? I got up at freaking 6:24 today to walk on a treadmill. Probably because I'm trying to be like Frank. All right, let's end this out with vintage sass, dude. I know that it's been sass. Can we get it going before we even start this, dude? Some dubs in the fucking chat for sass. Some sasses in the chat, dude. Because the fact that we're even getting sass on this is amazing. Will he ever come on? Almost definitely not. Will he even come to the Super Bowl with me? Probably not. But it's the boy right there. It's the boy right here. This is the guy right here, little Sasquatch. Shout out to him. Just some vintage sass. Let's check it out.
Apparently someone got shot outside of Penn Station yesterday. And, you know, sometimes that's just the price you pay for living in the greatest city in the world. I wanted to Uber home from work today, but it was going to cost me around $90. That's all right, though. I could always use some more steps. The 20th anniversary of 9/11 is coming up, and the Taliban just took over Afghanistan. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. A homeless man just licked my face in Times Square. If I live, it'll definitely strengthen my immune system. I just watched a man die on the side of the street. That kind of stuff reminds you how precious life really can be. A group of NYU students just surrounded me and called me poor. At least now I'll finally have some motivation to pick up those extra shifts at work. I just got poked by a stray needle in Hell's Kitchen. At least now I can finally try heroin off my bucket list. Finally back at my apartment complex. I live on the 18th floor and the elevator is broken. Now's when the fun begins. More steps.
Run, dude. After he says he watched someone die and he swallows, it's so fucking funny. Just the slight pause.
Poor. At least now I'll finally have some motivation to pick up those extra shifts.
But shout out to
really
NYU.
can be. A group of NYU you how precious. That kind of stuff. man die on the side of the street. That kind of stuff reminds you how precious life really can be.
Oh my God, dude! Shout out to the goat Sass. Shout out to him big time. Subscribe, son of a boy, dad. Subscribe, Pep Pod, but mostly subscribe to RoneDotCom. Yeah, I don't want to overwhelm it. Like, I don't know exactly what the show's going to be every time. I don't know if it's just going to be clips like that. Like, I see people being like Rone.0, like I'm Tosh.0 right here. I want to watch clips. Like, I want to watch good vibey stuff that I think is funny. But I want your guys' feedback, too. Like, finding a way to hone it into stuff that you want to see as much as I want to see. Dude, how good was it with Lil Sass in that video that he's shooting with like a classic double chin angle and his cute little heartthrob self doesn't even have a fucking double chin, bro. Absolute legend. They're calling him Harold Settle, the comedian. Yeah, he's doxed himself, bro. It's out the fucking gates. So it's like, what do we want? What do we want the show to be? Like, the most important thing when I read off the, like, our goals for the show is the one sentence at the end here. And it was, eventually the show will make the show. The show will make the show. So what we talk about on here, what we do on here, that's going to make the show. Okay? That's going to be the next things that we work on. That's going to be the things that, you know, we push. So whether that's the clips that we're watching throughout the entire time or whether that's the homework that we're doing, okay? And we have all the homework right here. So I think that right now we should kind of figure out what our homework is going to be for next week. I know we already have crumble cookie. I know we're already doing warm ones while we're in New Orleans. I know that we're going to do Ed Sheeran song up here. The song that's going to make Ed Sheeran fucking furious. Those are all important things. Give me New Orleans. Like, I've obviously already done the you try all the po' boys in New Orleans. That shit's cool. That's fun. But, like, what else can I do in New Orleans? And you don't have to have the answer right now. Leave it in the comments. If we boost this in the comments, I'm going to do, and your idea becomes the one. I don't know what it's going to be. Maybe Tommy comes in and sucks you off. I'm not sure. But there will be some kind of reward. It will probably be Tommy sucking you off. And if you don't want that, maybe the reward is Tommy doesn't suck you off. So next week, how we're going to do it, next week we're going to be in That was number 3. That was the third coffee spill of this show, which is kind of what we prognosticated. I feel like that's the amount of coffee spills that we already thought were going to happen. So what we need is, 1, recommendations for homework in general, but we have some set it and forget it. We don't have to worry about it that much. 2, we need recommendations for New Orleans. 3, you guys can start populating what we're watching every single time, whether it's classic Barstool shit, classic internet shit, new internet shit, the rap shit if you like that, weird shit, music shit. I don't know what it is. Best tasting bridge in New Orleans. See, that's good. Something mystical, tarot, palm reading. That's interesting, but I think that could be more. Not doing homework. Bro, I don't need you to do the homework. I'm going to do the homework. I do the fucking homework, okay? Best tasting bridge, I feel like is what we have. That's the best so far. So I'm writing that. I'm writing that down. Best tasting bridge. Snow Like John, bro. I would love to do something with Devin out there. Snow like John, who does the red beans and rice reviews. Absolutely legendary. Visit New Orleans trip clubs. Come outside. Give it a score. Come on, brother. You trying to get me to stray from the path of righteousness. Maybe I'll go to all the churches. Maybe I'll take a stripper to church and say, maybe you need to talk to that guy. You know, maybe instead of receiving ones, you need to put some ones in the collection plate. Maybe that's easier. Get to a Waffle House. Worst tasting bridge. Okay. Worst tasting bridge. That's interesting. The bridge content game already might be a hit. Like, there's bridge content to be done in New York. Mushrooms and museums. Okay. Interesting. This is interesting. So fire that shit off in the comments. Fire what you think off in the comments as far as what we need to work on, what we need to build on. This is the first episode, so it will be better at times. Maybe it'll be worse at times. Hopefully this is something that we can hone. Like, I thought of this even as like the rap part at the beginning in the theme song. There's like the first episode of The Simpsons. Like, you watch the first episode of The Simpsons, the animation's different. The voices are different. The concepts are different. The level of jokes is different. And then it's built into this show that's been around for 20-something years. Like, I'm okay with this being the fetal stages. Some people were like, wait until the show is more well-rounded or you have more stuff to put out to put it out. No, I want this show out because I want to be doing it and I want to be working on it and I want to be growing it. So don't take KB's bridge bit. It's all he has. Okay, so I didn't know that that's his bit. I'm taking this from you guys. So I'll throw the bridge stuff out the window. I thought he was more of a train guy, but I didn't know that he's a bridge guy. But Saved by the Bell episode reviews, barbecue and Nola. Okay, this is interesting. Give it to us in the comments. We will build something, and we are building something here in general with RoneDotCom. This is going to be fun, and the fact that you guys are here, the fact that the chat is going, the fact that people are watching, the fact that people are subscribing, it genuinely means so much to me. And I promise you that, like, no matter what, I'm going to give my all to this. I'm throwing everything into this. Maybe I will fail sometimes. Maybe it won't be what you want it to be or as funny as you want it to be every single time. I just want it to be fun. I want it to be consistent. And I want it to be a nice landing spot for your Wednesday mornings and just good content for you to watch on the internet. So I really can't thank you enough for being here on the ground floor. You could say that you were here first, and hopefully this turns into something that we can all enjoy going forward. So first transmission, RoneDotCom. Thank you guys. See you later on this week. Or maybe I'll see you next week. I'll definitely see you again, though. Peace.